Hello everyone, welcome. I'm Isaac Umris, and today we are back in Enthusia Professional Racing. Hope everybody is doing well today. We have the wonderful Volvo V70R, a powerful station wagon machine that is going to be absolutely tearing up the track today. It's got a lot of weight to it, but it's got a lot of power. It's got the four-wheel drive as well. So let's jump right in. Oh, we have a lot to do today, a lot of driving. Let's get a good race going. Let's do a race on the Nordschleife to start things off. We got a couple of different vehicles, another high-end sedan with the Aristo, as well as some Japanese sports cars with the Garaya and the Evo 7. So this is gonna be very, very nice. Hello, welcome Fonty, hope you're well. Hope everything is good for you. Alright, first race of the night on the Nordschleife. Very twisty, very technical course, also very high speed as well. Whole lot of corners, very long course. So stay to the inside as we approach turn 1. What is Coach? Coach is character in the Left 4 Dead franchise. He, I believe, was a coach. I don't know. Well, welcome, Petropio. Well, I'm gonna need a little bit more context as to, like, what coach you're referring to. But either way, welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. Ooh. There we go. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, let's pull a gap now. Four-wheel drive for the win. That is turbocharged. Wonderful Swedish Bricc. Reminiscent of the older Volvo V40, I believe. I think it was the V40 that competed in the British Touring Car Championship. And that also was a brick of a vehicle as well, a turbo Bricc. Very, very cool. You had the lightweight lithe saloons and sedans and everything. And then you had just a massive brick of a car as well. Oh, that coach. Yeah, that coach is a character from the Left 4 Dead franchise. The Left 4 Dead franchise is a zombie based horde shooter where you're playing as 4 survivors, and Coach is one of the playable characters. He plays just like all the other characters. It's just his personality is, you know, kind of the big eater, big heart of the group as well. But yeah, that's Coach. If you like your first-person horde shooters, and if you like kind of like your Payday games as well, like your Payday 1, Payday 2, definitely recommend the Left 4 Dead series. It's just kind of a fun, you know, team-based horde shooter. Very nice. Alright, let's get onto the brakes. Easy, easy, easy. Oh, the Garaya. The Garaya is giving us a good run for our money here. It's a very lightweight sports car. We have a power advantage, and we got a little bit more traction out of the corners. But heading into the corners, they do have that lightweight maneuverability. They're able to get onto the brakes a lot later than us, and still hit the apex. They're able to get to the corners, get the rotation very, very quickly, whereas we gotta really kind of trail on the brakes a bit, as well as, you know, just really kind of swing the weight around on this car. Like that, almost to do a Scandinavian flick there. And the absolutely massive turbo brick of the Volvo. Come on. Oh boy, a little bit of understeer, I may want to adjust this vehicle for just a little bit more rotation. Because we're getting the traction out of the corner is perfectly fine. It's just getting the front to bite when corner entry. So maybe just another click stiffer on the rear suspension. Maybe a little bit lower the front. Another click or two to move that weight balance forwards. Something like that. Welcome forward, Shelby GT. Hope you're well today. How are ya? How are ya? Oh, look at that machine though. It is an absolute brick. But it is our Bricc. And I'm very happy to be driving. It's got some decent get up and go as well. Like, this is mostly unmodified. It's only got a 1-stage weight reduction right now. And like, it's got, for, you know, a performance station wagon, it's got some good speed. It's got some really good acceleration. Like, it's handling well. We're outperforming, you know, sports cars like your Evo 7s and your ASL Garayas. We're outperforming high-end, you know, luxury vehicles like your Jaguar X-types. This is a bit like reading about news about the CTR Yellowbird. They're making another one? I know they did that kind of retro-inspired one not too long ago, but are they making another CTR Yellowbird, or is this kind of like an article, kind of a retrospective article on the vehicle, the original Yellowbird back in the 80s? That thing was a terrifying beast. A very, very, very scary car. Alright, come on, give me the rotation. Give me the rotation. Oh boy. Easy there. There we go. Good stuff, good stuff. Keep pushing now. Keep pushing, keep pushing. We're through the second third of the track. Basically, you have a third left to run. A lot of mid-speed, kind of third gear corners, all kind of flowing together, lefts and rights, over crests. The speeds begin to kind of get a lot quicker now, which means mistakes are a lot more costly. This is where, back when I was doing my runs of Gran Turismo 4, I would have the most issues during the final S license test going for gold. I'd lose a lot of time here just because you get a little bit of fatigue pushing hard early on. And also, like, it's just a lot quicker. It's a market action? What do you mean by that? What's a market action? Like, there's one going up for sale. Oh, that'd be cool to see how much that fetches. JB, welcome. What's good, my Sigmas? It's been going good. We got a turbo Volvo Bricc. Absolutely wonderful car here. And just a little bit squirrely. Cost $6 million. Damn, alright. I mean, to be fair, for an admittedly short time period, but still a time period, it was one of the fastest street legal production cars in the world. You know, beating things like your Ferrari GTO and your Lamborghini Countach and all that stuff. So, you know, not bad. I'm watching with the Pookie. Hello, Pookie. Who is the Pookie? But yeah, the Turbo Bricc is peak. This isn't the one that competed in the BTCC. This is the V70R, a bit later version. But it is still, holy cow, 140 in 4th gear. Alright, we may want to shorten the gear ratio just a little bit as well. I say that. A 6'2" Greek man a bag by being a dumbass. Ah, yes. Look, if that's just one thing, you know, if you make them laugh, like that is a good trait in and of itself. That is a good trait in and of itself. So you'd be surprised how far you can get if you can just make people laugh. There we go. Whew. That Garaya, the Garaya gave us a good fight there. Holy moly. That was very close. Like over a 12, over what, like a 8-9 minute lap. Within a second of us. That's pretty impressive. That is very impressive. Like GG to the Garaya driver there. GG. Like, damn. Alright. that was some good stuff. Holy moly. Alright, let's see the next race. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Ooh, Pacific Challenge. Yeah, let's head to San Francisco. Let's head to San Francisco for the Pacific Gateway. Ooh, you know something about cars was sit there and let me yap out of her house. Based. It's like my wife. Like, I know very little about baseball, but I like listening to her yap. I sent you a Discord about the Rift City. Okay, cool. I have to check that out after the stream. Oh yeah, this thing is quick. Welcome, WCU. Is it possible to continue Enthusia life? I don't think there's a new game plus. It's basically one continuous career mode where you can kind of keep going until you kind of get tired of it and everything. The credits are just for beating the final race of the year, because that's kind of like the big thing the game leads up to is, you know, the King of the Year trophy. But like, I've done the race, I've seen the credits roll, and like, I can continue my playthrough there. But selecting a new game will set you up with the same fresh, the same cars as previously, you know, the starter cars, you know, the Cappuccino, the Beat, the Toyota Fun Cargo, the MGB, the Mazda Cosmo, the Bluebird. You know, those cars. I forget all of them. I think there's a Volkswagen Beetle in there, I think, as well. But, yeah. It's just one of those games where it's more like kind of an open racing sandbox in a way where you can kind of tackle it however you want. And like, you kind of have some vague goals, but it's more so just an automotive sandbox of just getting to drive different vehicles and everything in races with a limited amount of progression, which is fun. The warehouse colored Volvo. Yeah, the baby blue, eggshell blue kind of color here. Oh man, the almost 300 horsepower Volvo turbo Bricc. Absolute beast of a car. Oh boy. Alright, gotta be careful through the chicane. The rear does want to get just a little bit light through there. But oh my gosh, it is a wonderful vehicle. I love eating. What? Don't eat lead paint. Why are you eating lead paint? Don't do that. That is probably not good for your health. Probably not good for your health, you know, like yeah. Don't do it. Friendship. No. Get some lead-free paint if you're gonna eat paint. get some edible. I wonder if they do make edible paint. I wonder if they do make edible paints. That would be interesting. I have to look that up after this race. Do they make edible paint? They do for baby. I mean, if it's safe for a baby, it's probably safe for me, right? Like, I can't imagine it tastes good though. But like, I'm sure they make like how they make edible crayons. See, I'm aware of the edible crayons because I have given presentations to Marines, so that's mean. That's mean, Isaac. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's mean. They exist for the safety. Yes. I love. What is your favorite? What color tastes the best? See, for me, red tastes the best. The red ones are the tastiest. They taste like red. The orange ones don't taste like orange though. The orange ones also taste like red. I love purple. Purple is a very base color. Oh, understeer. Come on, you big brick, turn. Turn, you brick. Oh, man. Come on, you 300 horsepower turbo brick. Oh, it turned a little too much that time. A little bit of lift off over the steer. I do need to stiffen up the suspension just a click or two, I think. I am getting that chunky car body roll. And it is interesting for sure. Back onto the brakes. Second gear. Wait, more shovels to the side. No lead paint. Like, get the lead-free paint. Get the GMO lead-free paints. The GMO-free, lead-free paint. Bonus points if you can get it vegan. Lead gives me super. Sure, buddy. The lead really good superpowers. Fun fact though, speaking of the vegans and everything. By the Avengers. Bruh. No. Oh no, I don't think that. You're gonna have superpowers, buddy. Yeah. Oh. Oh man, but the V70R, absolutely gorgeous brick. Really nice. 200 horsepower, 0 to 60 in about 6 seconds, just a little bit less than 6 seconds. Very quick, lots of grip. It is very nice and sporty. The suspension was even tuned by Öhlins as well, the German suspension tuning company. Though I think we should probably adjust a few more things. So this is exactly in the bag the Pookie. Yeah. I can see why now. Alright, we got the settings. Get the car adjusted just a little bit more for oversteer. I want that rotation into the corners. It is a little bit of a chunk. But it is our chunk. So let's see what we can do. Let's go now to London. Another street race, the turbocharged and supercharged race. Got the Sylvia S14, Evo 6, Jaguar XKR, Evo 8, it looks like, yeah, Evo 8, and an FDRX7. So a bunch of Japanese sports cars, and then a British sports coupe as well. And they're all gonna be beaten by the Swedish Bricc. It's gonna be an interesting drive for sure. We do have stage 1 of power upgrades now as well, so probably producing a little bit more than 300 horsepower. Unfortunately, the vehicle specs in the game only give the stock power ratings. So I wouldn't know exactly how much power we're making now. But we're making more. So that's good. You can even hear if I stop yapping for a split second. When I go off throttle, you'll be able to hear the turbo blow-off valve ever so faintly. I'm gonna stop yapping for a split sec, that way you can hear it. Oh, brakes! The brakes don't want to brake. The understeer is real. Gosh, I haven't had this much understeer since I tried to do the circuit experience at Michelin Raceway, Road Atlanta, last night in the Beetle Group 3 car in Gran Turismo 7. That thing. Oh, that thing. I remember why I hated that thing so much. It is an understeery. It is a little understeery bean that just does not want to bite. The 100% discount coupon. Yeah, those squirt gun. I gotta love how, like, you have vastly different emojis for guns depending on like what service you use or what type of phone you use and all that stuff. Some that keep the standard handgun, others are like squirt gun, others are like super soaker. It's kind of funny the difference between that. Because now instead of vaguely threatening, it's I'm gonna make you. No, don't say that, Isaac. You know, I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm gonna make you wet. Like, I'm gonna drench the opposition. Oh, that exhaust sounds. You speak a lot, but they did to lower violence. I know, I'm feeling so many less violent thoughts now that I see a squirt gun. Bro, my parents can hear you. Oh gosh. How dare you. I mean, then they could probably hear the context as well. Talking about the squirt gun change. Alright, back to the left. Ooh, alright, we got a European 1-2 in this race. The Volvo, the Turbo Bricc in the lead with the Jaguar a distant second. I wonder what's third place. One thing I wish more of the older racing games had, that I do like in a lot of the modern racing games, is having a relative leaderboard. So you can see more than just the car that's directly behind you or directly ahead of you. You can see like the full delta to each and every vehicle. Which is very, very useful, especially in like the later racing games when you have a lot more vehicles on track. Especially in like a lot of the racing sims as well. Like having that delta is very, very useful. Because you get so much more information, especially in multi-class events, especially if you're in the slower class. Because you get to see like if a faster class is beginning to approach you, and if you need to begin adjusting your line to facilitate easier overtakes for them. Because in endurance racing, in multi-class racing, I always like being the slower class. It's a lot more fun being overtaken by the faster cars. Because you can kind of dictate how and when they pass you if the other drivers are good enough as well. And if you begin racing enough, you'd begin kind of, especially if you do like league racing, you begin to know kind of like certain quirks of other drivers. Alright, how likely are they to go for like a risky move and everything like that? Launch you when you tell them you can't use plastic for a roll cage. Yeah, the poor Delta S4 that just like falls apart really, really quick, but very, very fragile as well. But it is fun though, because if you time it right, especially if you're in a close battle with another driver that's like maybe like at most a second ahead of you in your own class, if you time it right, you can get your opponents to pass you in such a way that like you lose very, very little time, but then they may get tripped up over the person in front of you, and therefore you can close the gap back in again on the person ahead. It's almost like the traffic checking in a way with the the Burnout Revenge, where you're essentially sending faster cars against your opponents, and you're like, yes. I control the speed of the traffic. I control when they attack you, and I'm gonna make sure they do it at the most inopportune times. And it is a blast doing that, because if you're skilled enough, you can basically not only minimize risks to yourself, but also make it so that's a higher chance that your opponent either gets tangled with another driver, or even if they don't get tangled or there's no collision, they get slowed down. So you make it more difficult for them to drive. They gotta manage a lot more as well. You essentially put even more pressure on them, which is really, really fun. Speed limit on the signs are just suggestions. I'm not sure that would hold up in court, but you're welcome to try. Hey, look, if there's nobody around to witness it, you're not breaking the law, right? For legal reasons, that is a joke. I do not hold responsibility for any decisions anyone in chat makes. The decisions that chat makes are entirely of their own volition, and I do not condone or condemn anything that they do. They are their own people. Court who says I'm getting caught. You'll never take me alive, cappers. Alright, come on. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Full speed. Alright, so I'm losing grip on the inside there. But still not too bad. Your Honor, you wouldn't dare. Your Honor, you don't get it. It was for the gram. Your Honor, my passenger said no balls. Your Honor, just like the song says, I can't drive 55. There we go. Back under the 50 mark. Your Honor, I did it for the... Oh, rip Vine. I miss Vine. It was so much better than TikTok. It was so much better than TikTok. It was so much better. Oh my gosh. This thing is great as well, because it's got the inline 5-cylinder engine, so it's got that unique sound too, and it just it hits differently. Like, oh my gosh, it hits well. I just realized we missed the 4-wheel drive championship that would have given us the one racing car we need. Damn. Your Honor, Freebird was playing. Freebird. Yes. That's kind of how I felt at Imola this past weekend for the V-Track race. Like, literally, it was like I got into clear air and just began pushing around like lap 2, lap 3, and it was just build as much of a gap as I can on the cars behind and maybe stay with the leading 2 vehicles. But considering that one is literally like an SRO esports driver, and the other one drives in Chinese Formula 4 competitively, I mean, our place wasn't too bad. Your Honor, my climate is just a goober. He didn't mean to hit the... Oh, gosh. He's a silly little guy. Nah, dude. If you're going to crash into anything, if you're gonna crash and you can choose what to crash into, do not crash into a traffic car. Rather crash into a wall than a traffic car. Minimize damage than the others. Oh, the inline 5 sounds. The turbo sounds. And we're finally getting more traction as well. We're getting those tire upgrades. Yeah, out of my climax playing Burnout. I miss Burnout. They need to bring back Burnout. Come on, EA. You have so many racing game developers under your belt right now. And like you're doing the bare minimum with them. Like, what the hell? Like, you got Slightly Mad Studios, or like the remnants of that, which is owned by Codemasters. You have Codemasters, you have Criterion, and like, outside of the yearly F1 games, and like, you're ending support now for Need for Speed Unbound. Like, bruh, come on! You know you can do so much more because you have done so much more. The early 2000s EA racing games, you had everything from like the NASCAR Thunder games to, you know, the Need for Speed games to the Burnout games. Like, what happened? What happened? Open Specialties 09 Ultima. You've never lived in Baltimore until you've been passed on the shoulder by a Nissan Altima doing about 20 miles an hour faster than you, while you yourself are already going over the speed limit. And that Altima has multiple colored body panels, temporary tags, at least one spare donut wheel, and the smell of weed smoke blowing out the window. Yes, I have seen that more than once. And it has been different Ultimas each time. But I swear, I have literally seen it more than once. And it is terrifying. Because if I've seen it more than once, that means other people have probably also seen stuff like that. Which makes me wonder just how many Ultimas are in that condition on the highways and byways of Baltimore, and they're all driving like that. One even, when blowing by me on the shoulder, stuck their hand out the window, like the full arm out the window, to give me the middle finger. Like, bruh. And I was doing 80! I was doing 80 miles an hour. And I get past like I'm staying still on the shoulder by an Ultima, who then gives me the finger. Like, I wish I had balls that big. Like, damn. Yeah, I'm that driver. Remember the Cameron Heron street racing accident? No. Which one's that one? I don't usually keep tabs too much on actual like street racing. I used to, for at least in my neck of the woods, back in, you know, when I was in high school and everything. But nowadays, not as much. I still keep track of like the local like automotive scene and go to like a lot of the car shows and like a lot of like the grassroots motorsport stuff, like at, you know, like the drag strip, or like at like Jersey Motorsports Park with the SCCA stuff. But like I don't really keep much tabs on the street racing side of things. Not since you know, my high school years anyway, which was over a decade ago now. That is terrifying. Cause I still quite vividly remember my high school years. And it's the fact that it's been over a decade is very scary. Be blasting big cars real big. My blast was 110 with the blown gasket. White smoke blowing out the exhaust pipe. The smell of sickly sweet fishy smell just following you wherever you go. Well, kid committed a hit and run a race with an Altima. Yeah, I mean, it's an Altima. Altima drivers aren't exactly known for good decision making. Closer to 2030 than 2019. 2015 was a decade. Yeah, don't remind me. That is very scary. I'm getting old, and I don't like it. I don't like it. Pretty soon. Pretty soon I'll be complaining about people and stuff in my yard that doesn't belong in my yard. Actually, I may have already done that today because it was very windy and someone's recycling literally blew into my yard. I was born in 05. Jeez, you're young. You're younger than my sister. Feel old yet? Yes. Very much so. I do feel old. Holy moly. 05. I was in what, I think I was in like the 3rd grade when you were born. 3rd or 4th grade when you were born. That is scary. That's gonna be a joke. No. You do stupid stuff. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. You know? That's just how the cookie crumbles. That is just how the cookie crumbles. Ooh, this is gonna be a tough one. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on, Turbo Wagon. I got a powerful inline 5. Very heavily tuned suspension. Turbo, a whirly boy putting out massive amounts of boost. And a dream. Well, dream's busted. The roof Turbo R just absolutely blitzed us there. But we know that is an understory pig in stock form, so we should be okay. Me at 4 months old sleeping instead of investing into the housing market. Yeah. Me at 13 going through middle and high school instead of investing in a bunch of stocks. Oh boy. Alright, come on. Go. We need to get back ahead of the roof Turbo R. You can see it all there. It struggles with some of the turns. Like it needs to massively trail brake to get the booty to rotate. But once it gets going, like it's got that straight line speed that just makes it work. Holy moly. Alright. I'll try to get up there with it. But it may be first place may be a bit of a lost cause. Let's look at some heavy amounts of ranking points. But holy cow. I can drink in again. I can't wait to get top score and rank DUI. No, please don't do that. Seriously, that'll legit like actively like even if you don't hurt anybody, that'll legit actively like stick with you for the longest time, and that'll really hurt your chances of getting like good jobs and all that stuff, especially if you ever needed to get like a security clearance and all that stuff. It'll really mess with you. Or at the very least, it'll make it, you know, more difficult to get clearances and everything as well. Gotta have like a squeaky clean record and all that stuff. Plus, also, it's just very expensive because you gotta pay for the breathalyzer in your car on your own dollar. Which means, you know, like that is more money out of your own pocket instead of in your savings or investing in things or buying things you want to buy or whatever. It's worth it for the higher number. No. I'm sure they make home use breathalyzers or whatever. So if you wanna test yourself at home in the safety of your own home, by all means do that. But please don't. If you want to drive drunk, get a sim rig. Get, you know, some like build a PC, get a sim rig, and get some sim racing game and do hot laps while inebriated. You can even do like 5 laps. Drink like a beer or a drink of your choice. Do another 5 laps. See the pace difference. Do another beer, another drink of your choice, another 5 laps. That'd be an interesting. That would be an interesting experiment. Is how does inebriation affect your lap times in the sim? That would be a genuinely cool experiment to try. I may actually try that in my free time. I'd have to get a functional breathalyzer, but that'd be pretty interesting. Hi, welcome to Salad, hope you're well. That actually sounds like a cool bit. I drove the 24 hours of Le Mans with 6 drunk drivers. Oh gosh. But being inebriated for a 24-hour period. Oh, bro. The hangover would be intense. Gosh. Oh no, the Nismo! The Skyline! The overrated shitbox, apparently. It is past the turbo brick. Not of the European. I mean, still being inebriated for over a 24-hour period. That's gotta be a little bit. That's gotta be a little bit risky, I imagine. Or at the very least, like, ow, the pain. Like, I'm already getting old enough where, like, after even like 2 or 3 drinks, for like, you know, having like a fun night out or whatever, coming back, kind of resting, I wake up and I'm like, ugh. Like, I don't fully have like a hangover, but like I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely feeling not 100%. I'm getting old. I'm getting old. I haven't joined in a while. How's the My Sim Car save going? Oh, we completed that. We beat the rally. We got first place in the rally. Who cares that I'm my liver? Actually, I know how to buy a house. Do not sell your liver to buy a house. Don't do it. Don't you do it. But yeah, we completed our playthrough of My Summer Car. We won the rally. And now we're playing Tokyo Extreme Racer 0. Sup, are you liver? No! You need your liver. Otherwise you die. Gosh, that Skyline is quick. I know it's the Nismo Skyline, so it's producing around like 400 some horsepower. But damn! It's a speedy boy. It's got lots of grip. You only need one. You only have one liver! You're thinking of kidneys. You got 2 of those. You can sell 1 of those if you want. Don't sell more than 1 though. You do need at least 1 kidney. Nah, I'm built to... I don't think humans are supposed to have more than 1 liver. If you did, I consult your doctor. And, a liverologist, whatever they're called. What is the medical professional for livers? I'm gonna look that up after this. Medical professionals for livers. If it's actually a liverologist, that'd be hilarious. But no, it's probably something else. My 2017 Chevy Silverado. Chevy Silverados don't have any livers. What you're gonna sell? You're gonna sell the V8 you're gonna sell your V8 in order to someone doing like a swap on some clapped out crap wagon from the 70s? In order to buy a house? Never said it was my... See, that's the thing. You sell one kidney, you're a hero. You sell multiple kidneys, the police start getting suspicious. Like, can a guy have more kidneys? I want to see something real quick. What is a liver specialist called? Ah, a hepatologist. A hepatologist is what a liver specialist is. Hepatologist. Interesting. Interesting. Hepatologist. That's got a cool ring to it. Hey bro, what do you do for a living? I'm a hepatologist. I make sure people with livers can live longer. Got it. I mean, hey, look, you learn something new every day. Now you all have unwillingly learned that a liver specialist is a hepatologist. That sounds like a specialist in hepatitis. All right, now I'm curious. What is an S? What is an STD? Ah, venerologist is one that does, like STDs and stuff. Interesting. Venerologist. Oh, okay, you're going that way. Get out of the way, you Jaguar-powered fake Thunderbird. Not gonna lie though, I do actually quite like the 11th generation of T-Birds. I just wish they came with a manual. Like, I don't mind the AHJ engine too much, but like, come on, come with a manual. Please. Honestly, if I ever get like a rolling chassis for like an 11th generation T-Bird, it'd be cool to swap in a manual transmission for that. Cause I've seen people do some decent stuff with the AJ engines, make around like 400-ish horsepower out of them, which isn't bad. But then you get like a manual transmission, you turn it into a fairly sporty sports coupe. Not too bad. This entire comment's been all over the place. Yep, I do be a yapper. And the conversations just kind of bounce around a little bit from time to time. Oh, the roof. The roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let the mother burn. Come on the inside. Oh, they're gonna try to cut back. But we're gonna, ooh, they're gonna be side by side heading into the chicane. Just a little tap to send them wide. Just a little tap to send them wide. Feeling cute might blow a piston ring and have a transition slip later. Yeah, or have the plastic timing components go on the earlier AJ engines The newer ones managed to fix that, as well as having the variable valve timing as well for more power. So if you are getting a T-Bird with the H engine, get a later model T-Bird, as those ones were a little bit better in terms of performance and reliability. Or if you get an early one, you know, see if you can't get the aftermarket parts to make the upgrade yourself. There we go. Oh, the cobblestone is very slippery, even with the four-wheel drive. Oh, it sounds so good too. The inline 5. When the Civic is sus. Nah, no Civic here, I think. Although this roof is all over our rear. The totally not a Porsche. The legally distinct Porsche behind is giving us a hard time. But we can take the chicane better. Full yeet. There we go. Absolute sends. That gives us a little bit more time. They gain it coming out of the hairpin onto the start-finish straight. But I don't think we'll be able to pull much more than like a 1.5 second gap to second place. They're gonna be on our ass the entire time. We just gotta make it work. We just gotta make it work. In these tight Venetian streets. Yeah, back down to about a second. Come on, use a little bit of the banking on the boardwalk section, the promenade section. Into the chicane. Game's getting roof for Gambala. I mean, to be fair, that was due to the EA having the Porsche like exclusivity deals and everything, where it was very, very difficult and very expensive to get the Porsche license. And so, because there was enough other companies that made, you know, those Porsche-esque vehicles, and under German law, they are still legally distinct enough that they could be licensed under their own brand and everything. It is pretty cool though, because those games like the Gran Turismos, the Midnight Clubs, the Enthusias, the Tokyo Extreme Racers, they did help put like Roof and Gambala more on the market as well, because more people heard about them and were like, oh, so that's what they are. Interesting. What's even cooler is now some games like Gran Turismo have both roofs and Porsches, where like some of the more specialized roof models, like the CTR3, which is just kind of its own unique custom vehicle, as well as like the RGT 4.2, which is like a wide body 997, I believe. 997 or 996, I forget which. But it's a wide body version of that with a custom aero. Like those are able to stand out from like the regular Porsches in the game, while still being like their own vehicle and adding even more vehicle variety, which is really cool. I want to flatten his 930. Yeah, same. Honestly, if I could get one singular roof, it would be the roof. The 996 based Roof RGT in the graphite silver metallic. Like, yes please. That, I know it might be a little bit of Stockholm syndrome from the IB International B 7 and 8 6 and 7 license tests in Gran Turismo 3 that used to give me so much hell as a child. But like, I may have kind of fallen in love with that car just a little bit, and I quite like it. Papa headlights, frog go br. Yeah. Come on. We're doing this good. We're doing this well. Just gotta get that rotation. There we go. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, onto the brakes. Through the turns. We're starting to come up on back markers now. It'll be an interesting challenge to see who can better manage the back marker traffic. That's also, we can also allow us to see who is in 6th place as well. Imagine if flat nose to the 930 race car kit. Oh yes, that would look so good. Oh boy, hi, you're close. You're very close. Oh, it is the T-Bird. The T-Bird is in last place. Big ripperoni and cheese there, bro. You're about to go a lap down. Oh, I can't make it side by side there. Back off, gain speed, out of the bus stop. There we go. Alright, 2 to go. Oh, the roof behind is going to have an easier time getting past the T-Bird. They're going to be doing it on the straight. Have I an Kenny Red on BBS? Oh, especially the kind of the tighter mesh BBS rims in gold with the red center cap and the chrome lip. Oh my word. Yes, please. And seconds. Definitely, so if you get in kind of like the tan leather, tan or kind of, you know, darker brown, not necessarily dark brown, but like kind of tan or lighter brown leather interior. Yeah. Yeah, that. I'd be down for that. I'd want. I'll have what he's having. Waiter, can I have what he's having, please? Yeah, ooh, yeah, the dark brown leather. Have it be, you know, tasteful, classy, but still a little bit flashy, you know? Like it's that perfect mix of, you know, refined showmanship. You know, like some supercars, yeah, you want them to be bright, flamboyant, in your face, loud, obnoxious. A lot of your Lamborghinis, and some Ferraris and stuff like that. You want them to be bright. Probably some of your Vipers as well. You want those, you know, those bright, kind of in-your-face paint jobs and everything. But there are some vehicles that you need to have an air of, what's the word I'm looking for? An air of self-control. Yeah, I know it's a great vehicle, but you gotta look a little bit for it. It's not gonna just come right out at you and be the loudest one at the party, but it's gonna be the one you sit down and have a drink with and end up making a lifelong friend with. It's that kind of car. Twin turbo 450 horsepower would be ideal. Yeah, so probably separator doesn't want to kill you. So soften the rear suspension a bit. A little bit more lock on the rear differential. Thicker rear tires as well. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Alright, let's change our vehicle. Do we have any premium sedans left? No, we do not. Alright, so now back to the specialty cars. A lot of these lists, we're getting very close to completion. Alright, let's pull up the random number generator. Let's pull up the random number generator. We have 5 cars. 5 cars to pick. If it is a 1, we'll be driving the 73 Trans Am. If it is a 5, the DMC DeLorean. Let's pull you up. Where are you? Where are you? Game capture, no. Death counter, no. Display capture. There we go. Alright. Let's see. It is a 3. It is a 3. So let's see. That would be the Nissan Silvia. It'll even be funny if it's just a shitty sprue. I mean, a little bit. It's a rear engine. It's got I think a V6 instead of the inline 4. Yeah, V6. But yeah, it's still pretty rough on the edges. But we get the S13, the Silvia. Oh, we get a whole bunch of color options as well. I know it's cliche, but I love the lime green two-tone. The yellowish silver two-tone as well is really, really nice. But the lime green, I know it's cliche. I know, like, that is, like, you know, the kind of the color for the S13 chassis. But it just looks, it looks so good. Rose the speedster. Yeah. Alright, a little bit of front negative camber, a little bit more rear negative camber. Yeah, we already got a little bit more towards acceleration. Okay, we do have some diff lock as well. The limited slip differential. Fun fact, the Silvia. Oh, I forget which Greek god it is. Let me look it up real quick. I know that the Silvia name is derived from the Greek god. I forget which one it is. What is? I know it was one Greek god. So hearing spark in the dark, watch out. Yeah, if I see an A86, I gotta be careful. Where does it come from? Ah, yes. Sorry, Roman mythology, the goddess of the forest. Okay, I see. I'm like, I know it was either Greek or like Roman or some sort of like, you know, Central European polytheistic, what's the one I'm looking for? But yeah, like that kind of stuff. And I was trying to remember where exactly it came from. That song that played when Ekateni crash, almost hitting a patrol. Oh, yeah. So hopefully knows songs like that. Aw, this is nice though. We got our little peppy inline 4-cylinder turbocharged 200 horsepower lightweight FR chassis. That's the team was actually marketed towards women. I mean, to be fair, so was the 3rd gen and 4th gen Eclipses. But I will say though, like, it is a nice car. It is a fun vehicle, and I'm glad that even though it was marketed for women, these still had, you know, performance specifications. Like, they didn't just, you know, skimp out on like the fun stuff like the 3rd gen Eclipse did. The fact there was no 4-wheel drive 3rd gen Eclipse is a little bit disappointing. I don't even think there was a turbo version either, right? Like, the closest we got is a naturally aspirated V6 in the GT variant. No 4G63. None of that stuff. No. Which is a damn shame because, like, you had the first Fast and the Furious movie coming out right at the very end, like the 2nd gen Eclipse's, you know, lifetime. So people were clamoring, ooh, I want something like that. And then they couldn't get something like that directly from the dealership. Instead, it was trying to find on a used car market. They tried a little bit with Roman's 3rd gen Eclipse in Too Fast, Too Furious, which admittedly at the time, like, young Isaac, 6-7-year-old Isaac, did actually quite a bit. but like it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same though. Oh, I'm not sure what the way you can make a flat-nose 930 in. That's a good question. I'm sure there's some Assetto Corsa mods for some 930 Porsches, but I don't know if the flat-nose is included in that. Maybe. Hey, Midnight, welcome. Hope you're well. We just got done driving the turbo brick of the Volvo, and now we're driving another boxy turbocharged machine. This time it is the S13 Silvia. Lightweight, rear-wheel drive, very agile, very, very speedy, plenty of power, plenty of grip. Guess we don't know the flat-nose exists. I mean, you get some pretty obscure cars on the Assetto Corsa mods though. And some very, very obscure tracks too. Like, they literally have the Polonaise, which is a, if memory serves me correctly, a Skoda, no, or it says a Fiat, an old Fiat vehicle. Either Fiat or Skoda, I forget which. But it was primarily marketed in the Polish market during like the 90s, and it was an economy car. And there's a mod for that in Assetto Corsa. Yeah, no, that is true, no customization. But I mean, it may be the few places you do get a chance to have some level of driving in a flat-nose Porsche, even if you don't get to customize it. It's at least something. Add to that mods of like actual like roads, like, you know, canyons, or like for example they have like the California Coastal Highway as like one of the mods. Another one of like the French Riviera where you can like drive your car and everything. So they do make like actual like road, like regular city street mods too, which is pretty cool. Then you have the whole Shitoku Revival Project, which basically is like a lot of the roads from like the Wangan Midnight games and everything. Roblox game is a simcade as well. That's pretty cool, actually. The fact they managed to make a simcade in Roblox of all places. Like, that's pretty cool. Oh boy. Yeah, a little bit too much throttle. Gotta remember, this car does not have any driver aids, driver assists. And early on, it is a little bit squirrely. Because you do get a little bit of turbo lag, and you do get very light on the rear. It's called Midnight Racing Token. I literally run race crew on it. Oh, cool. That sounds like a lot of fun. It almost kind of sounds like a little bit of like you kind of Tokyo Extreme Racer mixed with like, you know, your Shitoku Revival Project and all that stuff. But you're kind of like weaving through traffic and everything on the highways, or like, I don't know, that sounds kind of fun. I know there's like a drifting based game on Roblox as well that's got some pretty in-depth physics and car customization. And you have tracks like Tsukuba, Suzuka East, Okayama, like that type of stuff that people run on, which is pretty cool. Oh, come on, turn, get it in. Get that rotation. There's all the courses of one. Nice. Very nice. So what are some of the courses on it? Any IRL courses, or is it more like kind of like taking from like Japanese city streets and everything, or a mix of them? Back to the right. Oh, come on. Give me the rotation. Give me the rotation there. Gotta be careful with the on power oversteer. Gotta manage it to get around the corners just right. This should be enough to at least get one of our upgrades. All the cars have the customization from real cars. Sweet. So like for that type of stuff, do they have to license? Do they like how do they manage to license like the cars and all of that stuff? That's gotta be an interesting conundrum for like developing the Roblox games, because you don't know if it's gonna make money, and I imagine there's a lot of like more like hobbyist projects and everything that do eventually get kind of big and all that stuff. So how do you? I wonder how you like develop the capital in order to like get the licensing for those vehicles in order to use them and everything like that. That's the always highway systems from Japan. And the place of the ring course. Queen Ring Motegi? And you have Gunside. Okay, cool stuff. They make money, but everything is a fiction. Okay, so the parts are real, but like they're kind of like the writing around the trademarks version of those parts. I gotcha. Okay. Very, very nice. Alright, come on. Let's head back to California. Got a bunch of sports coupes here. Yeah, let's listen to that little SR20 DET engine. Little 2-liter inline 4 turbocharged straight 6. Not straight 6, straight 4. I'm tired. I already said inline 4 once. I don't know why I said it twice. Very, very quick. Very peppy. Makes everything reference to initial D in 1 minute. Ah. So it's like a kind of like an unofficial spiritual spin-off of that. Trying to control the devil's. Yeah. Major power in an old vintage vehicle. It's just a little bit scary. So I'm like, all good, Adachi. Welcome to this stream. Hope you're well. Nah, you don't have to worry about being late, man. You're all good. Glad you can join us. Thank you for joining us as well. I was doing a launch application online that stopped working. Oh, that is the worst. Was it Workday? I guarantee you it's probably Workday. I swear the Workday websites almost never work the first time. You gotta refresh a page a couple times for it to finally be like, oh yeah, now I wanna work. Yeah, some of those are, it is just a pain to use. Yeah, big issues, they don't have that tie upgrades just yet. They just need to get to the work. Yeah, so a lot of the cars probably are running on like stock tires with very, very high amounts of power with very low grip. So you get some interesting runs. Oh, so you're wearing out like the stock tires too. Rip. It was agency, that stuff never works. True. Very true. Come on. Nice and easy. There we go. That was a clean slide through the turn. Yeah, even the forward drive cars, you gotta like really bully them into submission in order to like actually get them to do what you need to. Oh, I know that feeling. That's why I usually drive a lot of the forward drive cars in Tokyo Extreme Racer 0. Because even when you fully upgrade the tires, like the cars just do not have grip. So the forward drive at least helps in acceleration, getting out of the turns and everything. Oh, that's That's pretty cool, the four-wheel steering and everything. Allows it to kind of punch above its weight class. Very, very nice. Alright, so the tighter twistier section, we do lose a little bit of ground to second place with the Golf R32, because it's able to out-accelerate us out of the corners, but in the higher speed sections, we have that agility around the corners that really, really make it work. The systems are different each gen. Very nice. That's some cool stuff then. I love kind of like the how much technology a lot of the Japanese cars in the 90s had. Like just how innovative it was at the time. Like Japan was just literally throwing everything at the wall just to see like what they can do and still make it economically viable. Like it was impressive stuff. Because you had the active aero in the Mitsubishi 3000 GT. You had, you know, the crazy, you know, four-wheel steering systems of the Skylines. You had the aluminum monocoque of the NSX. Like it was some cool stuff they managed to get done. That's tier 3 kind of, very nice. What a functioning interior, that's pretty cool stuff. Yeah, I love the interior view of racing games. I usually like to drive with that if I can, as I get a good feel of the dimensions of the car while also still like feeling the momentum of the vehicle too. For more sims and simcades, if I don't have an interior view, I prefer the front bumper cam, as at least then it allows me to kind of feel the weight transfer of the vehicle a little bit more. Nice, very cool stuff. So you have some vehicles that have active aero IRL, have that in the game, and it'll be functional. Uh-oh. Bad, Isaac. Do not spinala. The landlord was fixing on busted sockets. I built up so electricity is off. Microwave, everything is good. Oh no. Well, if that's the case, I'd want you to save the battery for like your laptop and everything like that. I don't want you to have to, you know, put your, you know, self at risk of lack of communication if, you know, if your power is out and all that stuff. That being said, either way, hopefully they're able to get power back soon, man. That is a big rip. Hopefully he's able to repair probably like circuit breaker. Oh, he fixed it. Okay. Well, that's good at least that he managed to fix what he broke. Yeah, so not all the cars have the interior view, but some of them do. So I imagine more will probably get added. More will get added as time goes on. Address of the internet and everything is screwed. Yeah, hopefully, you know, you're able to get that fixed as well. That is rough though, man. There isn't the in-game yet. Yeah, something no game is. Yeah. I imagine Aero is probably a little bit difficult to model and everything, just because of how many calculations to do, and very, very frequently to do those calculations as well to get it to work. Like even like certain sims have a very simplified Aero model. If electricity wasn't working, I wouldn't be here. Yeah, unless you're like on mobile. But yeah, even then, like I'd want you. I'd want you to, you know, conserve your phone's battery and all that stuff. Alright, let's go to Victoria Road. Who's messaging me? Just got a message on Discord. Oh, okay, it's my teammates. My teammate messaged me. Hotspot sucks, this team. Fair. Yeah, if you ever play Roblox, this is a game you can play. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm not too knowledgeable about Roblox, but like if I ever do that, I'd be an interesting one for sure to play. Yeah, being stuck only on mobile data is gotta be a pain, for sure. Like, holy moly. Like, I know, there was a construction company that hit a cable line back when I was working from home in like 2021, 2020, during the pandemic. And I literally, like, I had the hotspot for my phone in order to be able to do my work. And it was the weirdest thing ever, because I had the hotspot for my phone to then connect to a VPN on a military base in order to do, like, CAD work and everything. And it was a pain. Because everything would be just really, really slow. But we weren't allowed to be on base at the time because of the pandemic, so it was kind of like, well, you get what you get, I guess. I mean, you can give me a holiday, somebody. Yeah, if I ever do play that, I might do that. I know I got a lot of games in my backlog currently, anyway. But maybe. I'm not super knowledgeable about the Roblox, so I may need like an introduction to how everything works and how to even get to that game and do the stuffs and everything. Roblox is like barely. I have a limited knowledge of it just through pop cultural osmosis. Sub 3 minutes at Atsuki. Nice. The government was investigating Roblox. I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah, I can understand why some people might be more hesitant than others to, like, you know, wanna not do it and everything, whereas others would be like, but cool content. So there's definitely pluses and minuses on whether you want to get it or not. I mean, that's just the benefit of being, you know, a consumer and everything, and having the power of a consumer is you can kind of choose what you buy and don't buy, usually. Send YouTube videos. Well, true. And I'm talking 2018 GT3RS. Oh, isn't that the one that came with the DRS, I think? Jeez, that's a quick one. I know, I got a chance to drive a mod of that one, or at least the newer GT3RS with the DRS. And Assetto Corsa with mods. And whoo boy, that thing rips. And it doesn't want to murder you like a lot of other Porsches do. Like, it grips, it holds, it's got power, it's got traction, it's got braking. It punches well above what its stat block says it should. And that is a very, very quick car. I beat him with the R32. Very nice. Alright, I got an RX-7 behind me. The battle of the 80s sports cars. The S13 versus the FC3S. Two nimble Japanese sports cars tearing up these London streets. Both turbocharged at around just over 200 horsepower. Rear wheel drive, very lightweight. Oh, this is gonna be a close one. If I can stop tapping the inside wall, that'd be great. Oh, alright, a little bit of a love tap on the rear there. Little bit of a love tap on the rear there. Come on. Oh boy. Come on. There we go. Good grip. And what's coming out at the end of this month? Just gonna watch it. Ooh, very nice. Hopefully it's good. I know right now, I'm not doing necessarily Gundam stuff, but a buddy of mine on Friday nights is running a tabletop RPG called Lancer, which is essentially like your mech-based fighter tabletop RPG, and that's been really fun to play as well. I've been getting into the lore of that. Things like your non-human persons, which are basically like eldritch beings that have been trapped inside of a computer, and you make them, you know, essentially AIs, but they're like extra dimensional beings that you make them, you know, repeat tasks and not think about the fact that they're extra dimensional beings, otherwise they cascade and go rampant and everything. I love getting friend requests from randos. Hey, sometimes those randos end up becoming good friends though. Like some of my gaming buddies now were complete randos back when they first kind of messaged me, and it was literally just, hey, good game, bro. Thanks, bro. You wanna be friends, bro? Yeah, bro. And now we're still like part of the gaming, you know, same gaming crew, like 7 years later. It's just funny how that works. It'd be fun looks. Very nice. Person with asking for feet pics. Bro, okay, yeah, no. Who starts a conversation like that? You just sat down. Like, hey bro, good game. Can I see them piggly wigglies though? Can I get a whiff? A sweet, succulent, pungent whiff of them toes. May I tickle your feet with a feather? Like, who does that? Literally, bro wasn't joking. No. Bro, there are some people that are down horrendous. Like, I don't care. He said he'd send feet pics back. What makes him think that you'd want them? What makes him think that you'd want them? People are so strange. Why are people so weird? Oh, bro. I don't know, man. I just want to drift them. What the? People are like, I don't care if you got your own quirks and interests and all that stuff. It may not be for me, but you know, it is what it is. But like, you just met someone, you're gonna ask for like that kind of stuff. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with people? Like, you do that in your own private time with people you were, you know, consensual and intimate with and all that stuff. Fine, whatever, don't care, not my business type of deal. But like, who just solicits that out of the blue from some rando? Like, hey yo, can I see them feets? Like, damn, people down horrendous. People down tremendous. People so thirsty you thought you would have thought there was drought. I mean, yeah, that takes some huevos. But like, what the hell? a little bit of class, you know. Easy, welcome. Hope you're well. we are talking about feet pics and how someone literally just solicited another member chat for feet pics. Like, damn. On one hand, that's impressive. On the other hand, what is wrong with people? Doing good. How about you? I'm doing okay. A little bit weirded out by the fact that someone tried to do that to someone else, but you know, tis what tis. I'm clipping that sound, but oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh gosh. That is, you know, it was only a matter of time until something absolutely lewd or out of context gets clipped and used as a soundbite. The unofficial Isaac Umbris soundboard has started. Be sure to clip all of your melons, all of your rage, your weird sounds, all of that stuff. Be sure to clip that and have the soundboard. Oh gosh. We bum 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 ba-da-dum. Alright, easy. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. Or someone said I had the energy of a Honda Beat. It means that you're a tiny, very peppy, but also a little bit squirrely. Essentially, you're like a squirrel that has been given caffeine. Also, you're small. Which may or may not be entirely true. I don't know. Maybe. I am also small, so tis what tis. It means we get to fit in the fun cars. Just sideways into turn 2 there. Drifting all the hairpins. 5 for 516. Yeah, you're small then. You are the lightweights. Hey, again, that means you get to fit in the fun cars. You get to fit in the really, really fun cars. So, more power to you. You know, if you get the money, you get to import, you know, little Japanese K car, get to drive it on the mountain passes and all that stuff. Without your head sticking up above the roof. Or your knees, you know, up against your chest as you're trying to drive. I feel a little bit bad for my dad. POP50 Hayabusa swap. Do you want to die? A 3-wheeler, little short wheelbase, top heavy, with a Hayabusa swap. Bruh. You're gonna die. Yes. No, don't. You got so much to live for. Don't do that. Bruh. Like, the smart cars with the Hayabusa swaps are already sketchy enough. I've seen a Reliant Robin with a Hayabusa, I mean, it was either a Hayabusa swap or some other, like, high-end leader bike engine swap. Like, what? People be crazy. People be crazy. I'm going out, I'm having fun. Yeah, but you're gonna have more fun for more than, like, a second or two before you hit the nearest street. Like, damn. Turbo higher boost. No, no. Whoa, a little bit squirrely, save it. Give me the power. Yes. Beautiful, beautiful car. I love the S13. It's just a very, very sexy, very classy looking car. It's one of the few that looks genuinely just really, really good in its original like colors as well. It just it hits different, you know? it hits right. Alright. Probably carry a PU50. Yeah, it's like super, super light. It's what, maybe like 200 kilograms? So like 400 pounds, probably. If that. Like you could probably carry that without too much issue. Ooh, alright. Oh, I was hoping it would be like an AE86. Still, Toge battle in the S13. Let's go. Honestly, you know what would be a fun vehicle to have? Is the Honda City Turbo, specifically the Turbo 2, with the little moped thing that comes with it. The Moto Campo or something? That would be such a fun duo of vehicles to have. Like, holy moly. That'd be just very, very, very cute. Very fun vehicle. There wouldn't be too many places where I live where I get to drive the little Moto Campo. But oh my gosh, the City Turbo alone would be really, really fun. Yeah, the City, that's a surprisingly quick car when you upgrade it. Cause it's so lightweight. So you can literally, and it's because it's got the short wheelbase as well. Like, yeah, you're not gonna be super fast on the straights, but you can absolutely rip around corners in it. Rack up massive amounts of the drift points, the cornering artist points, each turn, and then pull out of the slide with the front wheel drive power, and just like launch down the next straight. And it just works. Like, that is a car that just really is good, especially in the tighter tracks like Nico or like a little bit of Hokkaido, but like Hiroshima and Nico, Arako, like all of those like tighter, twistier circuits. Like, it is really, really good. The different NSX started from engineers putting the engine in the City Turbo. Yeah. Gosh, the NSX is such a gorgeous car as well. It's one of those ones where even though it has the pop-up headlights and everything, you still look at it and you're like, damn, that doesn't really look dated per se. Like, it's so weird, like the ones without the pop-up headlights look more dated than the ones with the pop-up headlights. But it does look so good. Alright, come on, give me the grip, give me the grip. Oh, gotta be careful. Through the hairpins. Gotta be gentle on the throttle, gotta make sure we minimize traction loss here. Whoa, okay, a little bit too much slide there. I gotta find a way to power out of this slide without causing issues. NSX connection to be called that. I mean, to be fair, it was like, you know, their first time attempting in a production vehicle, you know, the full hybrid sport system with a mid-engine car. So I mean, it did kind of fit with like the design, like the initial plan of or the initial kind of theology of the NSX being a sports experimental car that really kind of test the technology and then be mass produced. But yeah, it's definitely very different in design than the OG NSX, as being a lot heavier. Still a gorgeous vehicle though, like I would love to have one. I'd love to have an NS, like even the NC NSX. Like I absolutely adore. Like give me one like championship white with the black and red interior. Like yes please. That'd be nice. New one's like 300k. I mean, to be fair, if you've looked at the used car prices for like the NSXs, like they're around that range as well. Especially for like the you know, the higher end variants. But yeah, they're quick. I mean, to be fair, like the OG NSX was like what, like 80,000 new back in the 90s. Oh, and was at the price of a Ferrari back then. True. But I mean, I don't know. They was also being able to take advantage of the Japanese bubble economy and how much cheaper it was to design and engineer those vehicles versus Western countries. Nowadays, with Japan's economy kind of being more similar to the West, it does make it a lot more difficult to have their vehicles be significantly cheaper while being economically feasible. Economically feasible. Doubly so now that they moved a lot of design and engineering studios to places like the US and Canada and Europe and all of that stuff. Which again, the has higher cost of living, higher wages, and therefore increases the cost of development of that vehicle. But due to the labor shortage in Japan, you kind of have to a little bit, because, you know, otherwise you have a gradually aging population that, you know, you're gonna have more and more people retiring and all of that. Yeah, but the NSX was both practical and fast and vaguely affordable. Yeah, in that regards, yeah, it's significantly more expensive, but it was kind of, unfortunately, essentially with the modern day Japanese economy, it'd be impossible to make something like the NSX of the 90s like that and have it still be economically viable for them to actually manufacture. It was possible in the 90s due to, one, the bubble economy, and two, the strength of a lot of Western economies compared to the Japanese yen. I mean, you say that, but the R35 GTR, one, hasn't been significantly changed since 07. And two, is still like a six-figure supercar. Like, yeah, cheaper than the NSX, yes, 100%. But, like, it's still about around the price of a lot of its contemporaries, like the Vets, like the Porsche 911s, like that kind of stuff. But yeah, I do see your point in that regards, at least, though. Welcome back, Adachi. Hope you're well. Yeah, okay, 95. I mean, that's still like, again, like, upper level Corvette range. You know, Porsche 911 range and all of that. So it's about on par with a lot of contemporaries and everything. But yeah, the NSX was a bit more pricey. Similar performance to like the modern Vets and 911s of today, though. Like at the time when it first came out, yeah, it blew a lot of cars out of the water, but again, it hasn't been significantly updated in quite a while. It is an aging it is an aging platform. Whereas the Vet went through 2 generations, the 911 went through 3. Yeah, true. The Ferrari's different. Yeah, the Ferraris and your Lamborghinis. I mean, part of that's also because of, like, you know, the brand and all of that stuff. But it's not like it'll be undercutting, like, everything on the market. Yeah, it's like it's a solid vehicle, but that dollar per dollar now, it has others that can match it. Whereas, like, when it first came out, dollar per dollar, it was one of the better vehicles you could get, and it's just a combination of the changes in the global economy as well as the changes in Japan's economy versus the West. As well as... Yeah, kind of. The hybrid system definitely increased the price quite a bit, I think. Because at the time, the hybrid system, like, for performance vehicles was still very, very, very new, very niche. And did require some very extensive development to get it to work properly. So... yeah. Oh yeah, no, the acceleration and everything is absolutely killer. But, like, in terms of, like, lap times, like, lap times, you're getting, again, you're getting a lot of vehicles that are getting around where it's getting to. It's so impressive for its age, but, like, yeah. It's a solid vehicle. Speaking of the GTR, we got an R34 that's right up our rear. Really giving us a good run for our money. Nissan versus Nissan on these Japanese rural roads here. We're a little bit quicker than it through the chicanes on the bottom half of the course. Yeah, for its weight, the GTR is quite agile. It's the trickery they did with their suspension system back when Nissan was still, like, actively innovating and everything in the mid-2000s that really, you know, really gave it the edge. Then you began getting, like, the GM Magneride magnetic suspension, which is like almost like a semi-active suspension using things like LiDAR and all that stuff to determine bumps and dips in the road, and magnetically adjust the dampeners automatically as you drive. Oh yeah, the big what displacement is that? What, 3.8 liters, I think? And also fairly large size. Like, it is very much like a luxury vehicle, because it's not only a fairly large in terms of overall, like, dimensions, but also it's got a fairly large displacement engine as well. So it's pretty heavily taxed. There we go. Give me. Marty took everything into account when they added the 35. Yeah. There we go. Give us more power. Upgrade that SR20. Give us more speed. Yeah, I know our number's being maintained pretty consistently. We need another race soon that'll really kind of bump up the rating, because we're getting close to getting this to max level. I'd say performance-wise and cost-wise and everything, it's still, like, on par with, like, supercars and everything like that. Like, it's a bit more of a practical supercar, but, like, it's still designed kind of as a high-end, you know, performance vehicle. Oh, the turbo blow off is killer. I love this sound. I love the sound of the turbo. Oh, that Cobra is quick though. That Cobra is quick. I mean, I wouldn't call the OG NSX practical though. Like the front space was fairly, it wasn't super spacious for sure. And with it being a dedicated two-seater as well, like you didn't really have a whole lot to let's put it this way, you weren't going on any extended vacations in an NSX. Like, the NSX was probably a very dedicated, at the time, supercar that just had some level of practicality of it as well, but wouldn't have a whole lot of space to it. No, come on, keep it steady. Especially compared to the other Japanese 280 horsepower cars at the time. The NSX was definitely much more of a thoroughbred sports or supercar. That may be true, but the Accord also has 4 seats and a lot more actual interior space. So the overall space is considerably more in like something like the Accord. Not to say that it's not impressive the space NSX has, but like, again, you're not taking any extended vacations in it. At least not without a second vehicle. Yeah, for a supercar, like, it's impressive. But it's a far cry from considering it like a GT vehicle, or like, you know, that type of vehicle. Like, it was still very much a fully fledged supercar at the time for a sports car price. Ooh, come on, easier on the turns. Alright, easy. Only a couple more turns left. No tippy tap of the walls. A little bit of a healthy slide out of the final corner. Lighting up the rears as we're going up the hill. Woo! Alright, that was a fun one. That Cobra gave us a good battle. Yeah, the new one was more so kind of designed to kind of be closer to on par with the Ferraris and the Lamborghinis and stuff. Both in terms of like price and performance. And I guess they figured that the hybrid system was worth the increased price. And that the development funds of the hybrid system could then be used to, be put in their other vehicles, like their Insight at the time and all of that. So I can see their line of thinking. It's just a combination of a minor economic downturn in the mid-2010s, or the early mid-2010s, as well as just more people that could afford. I mean, the GTR is also about as quick as, the Ferraris at the time and the Lamborghinis, which were significantly more expensive. Again, it was mostly designed to be like a little bit of a status symbol car as well. But it's a combination of Honda, you know, people that buy those types of vehicles, again, going more so for like the premium name brands, like the, you know, your Ferraris, your Lamborghinis and stuff like that. And also just again, the cost to develop. I think part of it was just the cost of developing the hybrid system combined with the economic downturns of the early mid 2010s probably both contributed quite a bit to the NSX's failure, more than anything else, I think. Like if we had a strong, like if the global economy was more was a bit stronger, I think it would have done a little bit better. Yeah, I mean the looks are definitely the subjective part of it. In terms of overall performance and like the technology for the hybrid system at the time was like cutting edge too. But yeah, people. Well, I mean, they are. It's just the OG NSX is buying at $300,000. You look at some of the auctions and everything for like those types of NSXs, and they are regularly fetching like 6 figures. Like they are very expensive, especially like the low mileage, unmodified versions, or like the special like Type S or Type R versions. They're fetching like 300,000 or more at times. Yeah, the regular like Target Top NSX is around 150K, but then you have like the Type S's and Type R's that I've seen go for around like 300, 350, which is really quick. Very pricey. 300K has $300,000 Honda reminded me of that one guy paid all that money for that car with that $1,000 car note. Yeah, bro got scammed there. Whoever sold that to him probably got a sweet commission from the dealership, but otherwise, absolute ripperoni and cheese. Come on, I gotta catch up to the V8s. Yeah, I don't think outside of like F1 or like their racing cars, I don't think Honda's ever built a V8. Because like the Ridgeline had a V6, the NSX had a V6. The like the Pilot's a V6. I don't think there is a Honda with a road-going Honda with a V8. Well, F1. F1 they did. The late 2000s when F1 was using the V8s. Honda did develop their own engines there. And those were the V8s. Ron, welcome. Oh yeah, they did have the Mugen V8 for LMP as well. So they had a couple, but like, again, it was only for like the peak of motorsports. The motorboats are a bit different. I consider that a slightly different brand though. Like no road going, either racing or like street legal V8s. In which case it was primarily just F1 and the LMP prototypes. Toyota Sarah inspired the McLaren F1 stores. I mean, to be fair though, Sarah is such a cool car. Wait, which one had the V8 in it? Are you referring to the Super GT cars, or? I may not be fully familiar with that. No, which was it like a prototype sports car then, or? I may not be as familiar with the V8 NSX then. Oh gosh, we're getting absolutely stomped here. We got another car that's catching us up very rapidly. Oh, okay, so it's basically just. It was basically just kind of like a one-off, kind of, hey, we can do this, but we're not gonna really make it we're not gonna make it like a production model. It's basically, here's what it could be. Yeah. I guess it depends on what you're doing with the engine. If you want like the pure raw power and reliability, then the 2JZ is probably a solid option. Just because of the sheer amount of power you can make with that type of stuff. But the 3S, 3S for its reliability and all of that was a very competitive in Super GT. In the Supra, if memory serves me correctly. It can, yeah. But I don't know, I've always seen, and maybe just because of dollar per dollar, it's easier to get a 2J versus a 3S. But at least in like a lot of the builds I see, they primarily use the 2J if they're going for like the powerful, you know, turbocharged Japanese engines. At least in the States, I'm not sure elsewhere. Especially the ones that are going for like the big, you know, 4-digit power and everything. Welcome, Blow Up, hope you're well. Yeah, a lot of like the race cars and everything, but like, I'm talking about like actual like street builds now in terms of like, you know, it's probably a bit easier to get a 2J versus a 3S, I think. Frankly, the US is making a 2JZ great again. More boost into the inline 6. To be fair, I've seen a couple of like the heavily built 2JZs, and it is crazy. Yeah, that's got some crazy performance. Gosh, that much power in an MR2 though, that'd be genuinely terrifying. I know I primarily prefer front engine cars over mid engine cars due to their more predictable handling. But like that much power in a mid engine car is just, especially a mid-engine car as infamous as the MR2, I'd be scared to drive something like that. Because not only do you have the snap over, so you got the crazy turbo lag, you got massive amount of power going through the rear wheels. Like that's just a very scary car to drive. You hit water, you get some sudden rainstorms like you do in Maryland, and oh, you're a toast. Yeah, I'd imagine it's probably... Dota Drag Racing and NASCAR Famous come out there. Ooh. So you're basically making custom, like, crate engines, or at least custom blocks for that. That you can then build, like, your own crate engine off of with aftermarket parts. That's the cool stuff. It's like with China right now making the, reproduction, AE86 chassis and bodies. Like... You already have, like, a resurgence in, like, the American muscle car and hot rod market with companies like Art Morrison and, like, those types of companies building, like, reproduction frames and bodies for, like, your Tri-5 Chevys, your first-generation Corvettes, your Shelby Cobras, all of that stuff. It's cool to see the Japanese tuner cars finally getting the love from like the full aftermarket with that type of stuff as well. So you can essentially build a brand new from scratch, you know, AE86 or Supra or something like that in your own garage. Like that would be really awesome. Oh boy. Alright, there we go. More power. More grip. Give us all of it. Make a new cast RB. Nice. I don't see too many RBs in the States. It might still be just difficult to import them. But I think I've only seen like one build like that was swapped into. It was I believe it was S13 chassis, the 180SX. 180SX, I believe. Something like that. The hatch, the fastback S13 that we got in the States. Was it the 240SX that was called in the States? Regardless, that one with an RB engine, that was very good. Yeah, it's probably much more. It was a lot more difficult to import. Like I said, I've literally only seen one build that had it. Most of the time, a lot of the Japanese cars get swapped with. If you keep swapping a Japanese engine in a Japanese car, it's usually like the it's usually like for a front engine rear drive car, it's like the 2JZ is like the big power one. And then for the lighter stuff, you're looking at, you know, your SR20s or your for your front-wheel drive stuff, your K-series engine everywhere. Yeah, the GTRs are very, very pricey. You get the import tax, you get the, you know, the crazy desirability of them, because now that the floodgates are opened, everyone's trying to like get their hands on one and everything like that, and it's just massively increasing the price because they just, again, they're just super hyped up. I have one that isn't finished. I found it damn, lucky. Hopefully able to, you know, get the build completed and everything. That'd be fun. Oh, the sounds! I love it when the cars are upgraded. The sound they make. Like, this sounds like a proper tuned Sylvia. At least for a PS2 game, like, the sounds are really, really good. Tearing up the Nords. Yeah, which is good, because honestly, like, I wish more companies, like Mazda's doing with their Miatas now, but I wish more companies had services where they basically help preserve at least their more like iconic vehicles, like GM with their Corvettes and Camaros and Firebirds and stuff, Dodge with their Vipers, Chargers, and Challengers, Ford with their, you know, their Mustang and all that stuff. Where, like, even if you found one that's, you know, in rough shape, you can send it to them, and they could, like, literally, like, rebuild it to, like, factory spec. Like, following, like, that VIN code and everything. Yeah, but like, if you're like an enthusiast with the money to burn, you know, having a vehicle be essentially like brand new, despite it being, you know, 30 years old, what have you. Like, yeah, hundreds of thousands to do, like, US dollars. But like, from like the vehicle preservation perspective, it is cool that they're at least doing that, even if it is very, very expensive. It means at least a few more, you know, of those vehicles will be able to be preserved for at least a little bit longer, you know, so that people can kind of see them and all of that stuff. I'll be honest, when the belt snaps. Timing belt issues. I can spend that kind of money. I'm getting news that I don't know. I wouldn't mind getting like a refresh, like C1 vet. You know, one of the OG generation vets. Like that'd just be really, really cool. Just having, you know, essentially like a classic car that's essentially factory new. Yeah. So you don't want piston to meet you don't want piston to meet valve. Oh, that sound. That sound is glorious. Yeah, that's why you gotta make sure you like really take good care of your engines and everything. Do all the make sure you read, you know, the maintenance schedule and everything. Make sure you get that done. Because an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And it is... Those engines are a bit pricey to rebuild. They're probably not quite as much power as it. Well, I'm not sure. It might be that they make, you know, you're seeing them make less power just because there's a lot less of them, maybe? I don't know. I've seen my fair share on the internet of the fast, like R32s, R33s, R34s, and everything. But I don't know. Could be an interesting debate on like the benefits of the Supra versus the benefits of the GTRs as well. The more agile GTRs versus the power plant of the Supra. Project Gotham Racing. Oh, I gotta play the Project Gotham Racing games. I've been primarily a Sony guy my whole life, just because I never really had the money for like multiple consoles, and I really like the it's really, you know, and even then I was like a late adopter of like the PS3 and PS4 as well. And I only really got it because of things like, you know, the Gran Turismo games. But yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about PGR, as well as the Forza games as well. I'd love to do like, you know, longer playthrough of like that type of stuff. That'd be fun. The sound department cooked with that, yeah. Oh, okay, so the lower displacement of the RB probably hurts it a bit. Oh, the V12s, I imagine would sound really good. I mean, 750 is nothing to sniff at, but yeah, a little bit less than the 4-digit power that some of the 2JZs can make. Ironically though, despite that, I very rarely ever use the Supra in like the Tokyo Extreme Racer games. I primarily go for like the GTRs. If I do go for like one of the 280 horsepower cars. Yeah, the light car company rocket. That was so much fun in Gran Turismo 6. I hope they bring it back in 7. Especially because it'd be fun to compete in that against like other lightweight sports cars like the Radical SR3 or the KTM Crossbow and stuff. Also, welcome Red Phoenix, hope you're well. Yeah, the RBs are better, the better circuit engines. The I guess the two JZs are the better like straight line speed engines. Yeah, the chassis and the technology, like the 4-wheel steering and everything, and that was really, really good. Yeah. Granted, it did okay-ish enough in motorsports, but that was after they kind of swapped the engine and everything. Alright, so let's see what kind of upgrades we get. I mean, to be fair, I would gladly take either of them. I would gladly take either machine for sure. Like, I'm both. Alright, let's see what car we'll be driving next stream. Into the sporty category. Ooh. So we got a choice of everything from an R33 to the Alfa Romeo to the Bug-Eye Impreza to the Supra. Ironically, this game categorizes both the GTR and the Supra as a sports car, alongside your Imprezas and all of that stuff. So let's see. Let us pull up the random number generator. Where are you? Display capture. Alright, if it's a 1, we'll be driving the GTR. If it is a 5, we'll be driving the Impreza 22B. It's a 3 again. Okay. So, a different Impreza. A very different Impreza. I will gladly take that. Oh, yes, in the WR blue mica. Ooh, it looks good in white, too, though. Like, it's one of those ones where, like, all the colors look really good in it. But I like the blue. I like the blue of the Imprezas. I know it's cliche, but it's just... You see him, you know, from the rally racing and everything. And it's just... Oh, it's so nice. Alright, let's set it for a little bit of oversteer. And then we can do one race with it before we end this stream. Just to get a feel for it. Subaru! Unlock the rear diff just a little bit. Alright. Subaru! Subaru. And remember the Africa Rally Big? Brum 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 Pavir! Look out! Schwash! Yes. The Impreza race. I believe that one was what? Who Killed Captain Alex? I think was the movie. I remember watching it because they had it for free on YouTube for a little while. I remember watching the full thing. The Wakalawood Productions. Who Killed Captain Alex? Honestly, despite the special effects being genuinely goofy, like, it was a fun movie. Yeah, the RB30, I'm not seeing too... I forget which vehicle had the RB30. My mind is blanking just a little bit. Alright, come on, give me the traction out of the corners. We gotta make up some ground on all the other Imprezas. Oh, they're gonna make it 3 wide! Most of the Australians. Ah, okay. It's probably why you see those being used so much in like the drag racing scene over in Australia. It's probably because you have a little bit more of that. A little bit more of that there. Alright, on up the inside. Up into 3rd, podium position. Got 2 GC Imprezas ahead of us. There we go, dive down the inside. Oh, the tuning companies. So like the crate engines, essentially. The non-OEM aftermarket crate engines. I gotcha. Imagine if demand got high enough, I'm sure you could probably, you know, maybe get a company to make, manufacture more of those. Oh, come on, give me a little bit of rotation on the hairpins. I gotta pull a gap now. There's a massive swarm of angry Boxer 4s. Come on, gotta balance the throttle to get it to turn. The Boxer 4 sounds. The lower rumble of the flat 4. I mean, 2.8 liters is still quite impressive. Oh, I love the sound of the cars in this game. Like, this is stock, and it just sounds so good. Oh my gosh. I'm kind of sad I missed the Subaru. I'm kind of sad that I missed the up in southern central Pennsylvania. There's a yearly massive Subaru meet with like your Legacies, your Imprezas, and all of that stuff. And I'm kind of sad I missed it this year. I want to maybe see if I can't go next year. But I'm a little bit sad because there was some really cool stuff. They even had the what was that wagon that was at the Goodwood Festival of Speed? That was on like the Goodwood Hill Climb and everything. That they put on like the active aero and everything. Even that was there, doing like the demonstration runs and everything. Oh, the older Subaru wagon that they turned into like that crazy time attack car. My mind is blanking on the name, but even that was there. I saw a pic from someone else that had been to that, who took their Legacy there, and oh my gosh, that was cool. Yes, the Hooligan Huckster. Thank you, the Hooligan Huckster. That thing was there doing demonstration runs as well. Next year I gotta go. So hearing all the flat fours and all that stuff, seeing all the tuned Subarus and the classic Subarus as well. Like there was a couple of like original brats. You know, you had some like the old legacy turbos. Like some really cool stuff. Subaru Midnight Shadow. Ooh, yeah, that one too. That one is nice. Like it was just a lot of really cool stuff there. Everything from like your custom stuff to all of the other, all like, you know, your modern, you know, WRXs and everything. Yeah, almost won the Goodwood Hill Climb. It's crazy just how fast the Goodwood Hill Climb cars are getting as well. Like, damn. Like I know it was just a few years ago, like breaking the 50-second marker was like unheard of, and now like they're just barely doing it, and it's crazy. Like the speed of those cars is absolutely mind-numbing. Cool Super actually displayed their yeah, the F1 car, exactly. LMJ best GTR color. Yes! The deep purple. That is nice. Wait, no, LMJ, the deep green. Yeah, that one's not bad as well. I like the midnight purple colors. Or in the GTRs. That would be nice. That is nice. Wasn't a good F1 mode, but yeah, unfortunately Japan had a rough time in F1 in the 90s. Subaru had it rough. Yamaha had it rough. Honda did okay. But yeah, the 90s were not good to the Japanese companies in F1. Neither were the 2000s, to be fair, because Toyota and Honda both kind of bowed out after 08. Yeah, like I said, Honda did well. But like every other Japanese company was having a rough time. Like more often than not, they're having some time. Yeah, I love the midnight purple. The older midnight purple was even more so. Isuzu would have done well too. Which is crazy because we never really got too many good Isuzus here in the States. But most of the time, Isuzus here are known for like the trucks. But anyway, I gotta end the stream now. It is getting very late, and I gotta get up very early in the morning to get things sorted. So thank you all so much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the stream, please make sure you leave a like, subscribe. Let me know when we roll on the comments down below. If you didn't like the stream, please let me know down below so I can fix that in the future. With that being said, I've been Isaac Umbrus, and wherever you're in the world, what time it is for you, may it be a great time, and I'll see you all in the next stream. Until then, take care everybody, bye bye!